Thousands of people have joined together in a nationwide strike in Israel, calling for an end to the war in Gaza and the release of all remaining hostages. Police detained at least 38 people as protesters blocked highways and marched through the streets of Tel Aviv.
Police in Jerusalem drag protesters off the street after dousing them with water cannon. Dozens of arrests across Israel this Sunday in a nationwide day of protest.
You can see the black smoke in the distance where they've blocked the road. It's another one of these acts of a civil initiative, they're calling it, but basically it's a whole series of civil disturbances all the way around the country on this day of stoppage, blocking roads, blocking traffic, causing obstruction, so that people could say, we want to stop this war, make it end, bring the hostages home, stop the war.
It's almost like a flash mob demonstration. Protesters here long enough to make their mark, and then they move on again to the next location before the police get heavy-handed.
We want the war to end, we want our hostages back, we want our soldiers back safe home, and we want the humanitarian disaster in Gaza to end. We do not want to have these crimes made in our name.
For all the outrage, though, it is the same old story. Benjamin Netanyahu determined to press on regardless, ramp up the fight in Gaza and ignore the sentiment on the street.
Those who are calling for an end to the war today without defeating Hamas are not only hardening Hamas's stance and delaying the release of our hostages, they are also ensuring that the horrors of October the 7th will recur again and again.
You cannot eliminate a terror organization to the last person. So, from my point of view, this is eternal war.
This former Air Force reservist wants to be known just by the call sign F. He used to be responsible for coordinating airstrikes on targets in Gaza, but he quit in protest and fears that Netanyahu is leading his troops into a death trap.
There have been so many Palestinians killed. How does that make you feel? Because these strikes are clearly not surgical. However much you may try, they are not.
The uninvolved death toll is tough. It's tough personally, it's tough emotionally, it's tough professionally. It shouldn't happen. When you conduct a war at this scale, it will happen. It will happen even if you don't want it. It will happen because of mistakes, because of the chaos in war. My view is a child is a child. You probably read the papers. There's a soldier committing suicide once a week in Israel. Silent victims of that same horror thing that we are at. Soldiers are being killed in Gaza. And for what? The war should have stopped months ago.
But the war is not stopping. Huge airstrikes continuing in Zaytun, east of Gaza City. Israel's chief of staff visiting his commanders in Gaza to outline the next steps in the plan, despite his reported reluctance to commit to the battle ahead. And on the ground, the relentless horror of death, destruction, displacement. A cycle with no end in sight.